it true. Because if you look at all the airports, doesn't matter if you're a Muslim, or a Christian, or Jewish, they're going to scan you and they're going to search you.
Yes, just so you know, I just went through airport security, and they patted down my entire body. They felt all over my entire body. Okay, I have no problem with that. But if you do it to a Muslim, even though the entire reason for the pat downs is because of violence in the name of Islam, it's totally unacceptable. So search the rest, search the Christians, search the Jews, no problem. But do not search the Muslims, even though it's the Muslims who are trying to blow up the planes.
Yeah. I know. I mean, why you didn't make a big deal about it yourself?
Yeah, and remember that video that we had that was out on our program and Brother David's website about the Muslim woman at the Palestinian checkpoint. Remember, who had a knife and ended up stabbing that Jewish security guard. If they would have checked her more thoroughly and profiled, they would have, saved this guy from getting stabbed and almost killed. But anyway.
And I just want to read. One hadith, and I'll probably read passages from the Quran and hadith throughout the program. But as far as not in the name of Islam, the meaning of that peace rally, consider this passage from Sahih al-Bukhari, Islam's most trusted collection of narrations from Muhammad. Sahih al-Bukhari, number 2810. A man came to the Prophet and asked, "A man fights for war booty, another fights for fame, and a third fights for showing off. Which of them is in Allah's cause?" So which person who fights is doing the will of Allah? Muhammad said, "He who fights that Allah's word, i.e. Allah's religion of Islamic monotheism, be superior, is in Allah's cause." So it's the person who fights to establish Islam in the world who is doing Allah's will. So Muslims are commanded to fight until Islam is established throughout the world. And these Muslims in Detroit are saying, no, Muslims shouldn't fight to establish Islam in the world. When you say Islam, what do you believe in? Because you obviously don't believe in the teachings of Muhammad. So what do you believe, my friends?
Thank you, brother, for calling. The Lord bless you. Thank you so much. Let's take the next caller right now. Welcome. You're on the air with Jesus or Muhammad.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to our program.
Yeah, hi. My name is Dr. Nader, Miami, Florida, but originally from Egypt.
Welcome to our program, Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph and Mr. David. You are great, and I like your show. And I'm wait your show actually every time you had it. Thank you very much for doing this big, actually, English show, so the world can know about Islam.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, I have 2 points, actually. I'm from Egypt, and I want to confirm what the other guys before me said about this 3 Islamic, I could not say fundamentalist or fanatic because all the Muslim in Egypt now is kind of fanatic.
Yeah.
And they came with 3 rifle guns, and they began shooting the Christian in front of one of the church in Upper Egypt, in city of Nadi Hammadi. If you just write down Nadi, N-A-G-A-A, Hammadi, H-A-M-M-A-D-Y, or also the bishop of the city is named Amba, A-N-B-A, Kirollos, K-I-R-L-O-S. You will find a lot of detail about this massacre which happened. 6 people, 6 Christians were killed. 1 Muslim, by chance, he was passing by, killed, and about 14 injured, 4 or 5 of them in a very bad case. It's very dangerous condition. This happened in the Christmas Eve. Our Christmas in January 7th.
Yeah.
So it happened in exactly January 7th, 12 a.m. after midnight. And actually, the government, there was no one from the government, from the police. All the time, they usually come, just representation in the church. This night, nobody came, nobody showed, no police people around. And they actually began to move after a long time after the massacre happened. and actually the people stay in their houses the second day because they have threatening to also kill more people and kill also the priests. So the bishop has to tell them nobody, even leave his house. They begin also doing the Muslim destruction of the houses, burning. People was crying and.
Oh, brother, let me interrupt you just for a second. Not because this is not a very important thing, but we've heard it many times, and I want to ask your commentary on it. Being from Egypt and knowing what went on, how do you feel living in America? How do you feel when the president of this country goes to your home country, Egypt, and tells Islam how much we love them and how highly we think of them and how wonderful Islam is? How does that make you feel as an Arab American Christian coming from Egypt?
Okay, this actually was the most disastrous thing happened because after Obama visited Egypt, one of the big researchers, he just find about 41 churches was burned up, a lot of houses and pharmacies, businesses was destroyed. After they realized that America and the president of America now no more can actually do anything against them. Because they know President Bush was very hard on them and very actually taking strong action against them.
Yeah.
But President Obama, he is have his middle name Hussein, and the Arab is singing because of his name.
What a terrible tragedy.
Actually, this is a very harsh thing, and when he read a lot of verses from the Quran about peace, and he forgot, all the massacre, verse of Quran like 929 and all the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. This was the big fault. And believe me, the Muslim, whatever you do with them, they will never, have any gratitude to anyone. They didn't even, trust each other. So how they will do anything for him? And they will never, with all this stuff in their own heart, if they can come and destroy all America, they will do it right away. Even the people who live in the country and take all, everything, all the benefits from this country.
Absolutely, and they would even kill Barack Hussein Obama, I'm sure, if they could, even the one who seemingly is their friend. I'm sure many of them would be glad to kill him. And this is Islam. Thank you so much for calling, Dictor. Rabbi Barakah Kathir, and we'll be praying for your brethren and ours in Egypt. Brother David, real quickly for the last caller before the break. It's interesting, Dictor Nada, was it? He was saying about all of this in Egypt. How many Christians in Egypt have responded over the last couple of years? All of these churches burned, all these Christians killed. Muslims, I ask you, how many mosques have the Christians burned, blown up, or Muslims have they massacred in response?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't heard of any.
I haven't heard of one. Yeah. I haven't heard of one.
And I really just do not understand it. Muslims kill Christians left and right. They kidnap Christians. They rape them. And then what do? You praise the religion.